Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on where you are in this world. This is Hedge Lee with the daily update for the S&P 500 index. The market has closed for today. Unlike the cryptocurrencies, which is open 24/7, 365. Regardless, yesterday I said be aware of this head and shoulders pattern that is forming. The left shoulder, the head, and now the right shoulder. Very little has changed. I believe if we just move this to here for the A, for the B, and for the C, and move the B, relocate it could be done like this. The right shoulder top could be complete. And this is very significant, at least from a topping pattern perspective. If you're long on this, you might want to pay attention. From down here, we made good money. If you had call options on the SPX, great. You made good money on a leverage basis. Now, I'm wondering maybe a temporary put option for the traders and swing traders might be something to be investigated. If the left shoulder, the head, and now the right shoulder, if the price declines below 2802, which is right here where the neckline is. Notice how the neckline is a little bit tilted. And when the neckline is a little bit tilted, that means the neckline on the right-hand side on this tilt from left being lower and the right being higher, that leaves us to 2802 as basically the line in the sand for the pattern. Now this pattern, if the price does not go to 2802 and breach it and exceed it down, breach the blue line, which is called the neckline of the head and shoulders. Let me write that in. If that does not get breached, then we've got something else. But meanwhile, I think caution is called for. If price goes and makes a higher high above the 28.25, which is where the current blue C is, then we may get an impulse sequence that is continuing upwards. Apple came up with great earnings, but not too much of an impact. That is why I don't follow the news. To me, price action is the most immediate reflection of sentiment, while news and events are more downstream, more delayed, relayed reflections of sentiment. Which is why if you go by both price and news to be exactly in the same time frame, it's going to be pretty off. Price reflection and reflection of sentiment on news and events are not congruent in time. That's why I keep saying the news and events are more downstream to the price action, which is more immediate reflection of sentiment. Which is why I think as a technical analyst, you can quite often see the price action forming in a pattern, Elliott waves, and indicators telling you much in advance of an action that will be reflected in the news and events more downstream, because the news and events will arrive to justify the forecast. So we have the left shoulder head and the right shoulder. If we get across the 2802, breach downwards, we've got a different story going. However, if price exceeds 2826, we may get a new impulse with all-time new highs coming as well. But I wouldn't ignore this head and shoulders top pattern. because it's almost finished. All right, let's keep an eye on the pricing. Take your positions and your trades with a bit of caution. Have a great day.